Alright, in the previous video, we solved question number 1 to question number 20. In this video, we'll be looking at solution to question number 21 to question number 25. Let's get started. Question number 21, you are given a diagram. From this diagram, you are given the area of triangle MXN, which is 16 centimeters square. You have to calculate the area of triangle LXK. Very simple and straightforward. The first thing you need to do is to draw out the two triangles. We have two triangles on top of each other. The first triangle is triangle XMN. When you draw triangle XMN, we have XMN. That's the first triangle. This line MN is 12 centimeter and line MX is 10 centimeter. That is for triangle XMN. If you consider the second triangle, that is triangle XKL. The side KL is 9 centimeter. That's the only side given here. Observe that side MN and side KL, they are parallel. So when you consider the first triangle, that is triangle MXN, you are given the area to be equal to 16 centimeters square. You can use the area given to find the height of this triangle. From area is equal to half base times height. That is formula calculating the area of a triangle. Substitution, this is 16 is equal to half multiplied by what is the base? 12 multiplied by the height. From here, we can get the height. So when you cross multiply, you're going to have 32 is equal to 12h, and divide both sides by 12 to get h. H is equal to 32 over 12, and 4 in 12, that is 3, and 4 in 32, that is 8, which means for this triangle XMN, height is 8 over 3 centimeter. If you look at these two triangles, you can see that they are similar triangles, which means that side MN over side KL can be equal to the height of this one, which is 8 over 3 that we just calculated, divided by the height of this one, which is 8. From here now, side MN is 12 over 9, which is side KL is equal to 8 over 3 divided by h. Make h the subject of the formula. We're going to have h over 3 multiplied by 9 divided by 12. This is from here now, 4 here is 2, and 4 here is 3, and this is 3 times 3, 9. This 9 cancel this 9, so h is 2. Remember, we have to calculate the area of this triangle SKL. We are going to use the same formula, half base times height. Here, half multiplied by what is the base? 9 centimeter. What is the height? This is the height we just calculated here, which is 2. And this one eliminates this, so this is equal to 9 centimeters square. That's the final answer for option B. Let's move on to the next question. Now on to question number 22. From the question, we have a ladder 15 meter long. This is a ladder which is 15 meter long. It makes angle 72 degree to the horizontal, 72 degree, and here we have the pole. So you have to calculate the distance between the foot of the ladder, which is here, and the pole, which is here. Let's call this x. And here now we can see that this is the opposite side, and this is the adjacent, and here is the hypotenuse. Remember, from trigonometry, the ratio between the adjacent and hypotenuse, that is CA, which means cos is equal to adjacent of hypotenuse. From here now you can say cos 72 degree is equal to adjacent. What is our adjacent? That is x over what is the hypotenuse? That is 15. And here 15 is equal to x is equal to 15 multiplied by cos 72 degree. And when you press your calculator, you are going to get 15 multiplied by 72 degree. This is going to give you 4.6395. Remember, from the question, you have to leave the answer correct to one decimal place. So the answer is 4.6 meter. That is your final answer. Now on to question number 23. Question number 23, you are given this diagram and you have to find line OH. You have to find line OH. If you look at the diagram, we can have this from the diagram. Let's consider triangle AOH, which is a right angle triangle. triangle AOH. This is O, this is A, and this is H. Remember that from here to here is 40 centimeter. From here to here, that's going to be 20 centimeter. So line AH is 20 centimeter. This line OA is 25 centimeter. And we have to find line OH. Remember your Pythagoras theorem, which says that AO square is going to be line AH square plus line OH square. That is from Pythagoras theorem. And then here we have line OA square, this is 25 square, is equal to AH, that is 20 square plus line OH square, which is what we are looking for. So from here now, we can make this subject of formula. So we are going to have line OH square is equal to 25 square minus 20 square. This is going to give us, 25 square is going to give us 625 minus 20 square is going to give us 400. So when you subtract the two, you are going to get 225. And for you to get OH, so you're going to take square root of both sides. Well, the square root of 225 is going to be 15, which means line OH is equal to 15 centimeter. That is your final answer. For question number 23, the final answer is option A, which is 15 centimeter. Let's move to question number 24. Now, on to question number 24. Question number 24 is on bearing. We need to sketch the diagram for this. First, remember your four cardinal points. We have north, south, east, west. And then the distance between point Q and point P is 25 meters from the question. And for you to locate point P from point Q, you are going to move 330 degrees. Remember, this is 90 degrees, 180, 270. 270 plus 60 degrees is going to give us 330 degrees. So which means the remaining angle here is 30 degrees. Remember, this is sketching, it's not drawn to scale. So the question now is, this is point P, this is point Q. The question now is, how far south of P is Q? So we need to calculate, let's call it height. And if you complete this, so there are two ways to solve this. This angle 30 degrees is equal to this angle, which is also 30 degrees. So it depends on the angle that you are considering. If you consider angle 60 degrees or you are considering angle 30 degrees. For the first one, let's consider this angle 30 degrees. And remember that this is 25 meters, and that is the hypotenuse. This is the opposite, and this H that we are looking for, that is the adjacent. So we are going to have cos 30 degrees and not tan is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is H, hypotenuse is 25. When you cross multiply, you are going to have 25 multiplied by cos 30 degrees. And this is 25 multiplied by, when you press your calculator, cos 30 degrees is going to give you 0.8660. And when you multiply this, you are going to get 21.65, which is approximately equal to 21.7 meter. That is if you are considering the first angle 30 degrees. But if you want to consider angle 60 degrees, we are still going to get the same thing. So let's draw the diagram. I'm going to have a diagram like this. This is 60 degrees, and this is 25 meter, and this is what we are looking for. But here now is going to be opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse, that is so. Opposite over hypotenuse, that is sin 60 degrees is equal to opposite h over hypotenuse, that is 25. When you cross multiply, I'm going to have it is equal to 25 multiplied by sin 60 degrees. And this is 25 multiplied by sin 60 is equal to cos 30, which is 0.8660. So we're going to have 21.65, which is going to be 21.7 meter. So for question number 24, the final answer is option B. B is the final answer. Let's move to question number 25. Now on to question number 25. Question number 25 is on depreciation. I hope you still remember depreciation. The value of the car at the beginning of the first year, that is $600,000. So let's calculate depreciation for the first year. So this one multiply by 10%, and this is going to give us that is $60,000. So that is the depreciation in the first year. So in order to get the value at the beginning of the second year, we're going to subtract the 60,000 from the 600,000. 60,000 from 600,000. This was going to give us $540,000. So this is the value at the beginning of the second year. If it depreciates again, second year, remember from the question, it depreciates by 10% each year. So we're going to have 540,000 multiplied by 10% again, and we're going to have $54,000. So $54,000 here now that's depreciation in the second year. If you want to calculate the total depreciation now, it's going to be the $60,000 for the first year plus $54,000 the second year, and the total is going to give us $114,000. Value at the end of the 2 years is going to be the value at the beginning of the first year, which is $600,000 minus $114,000, which is the total depreciation, and we're going to get $486,000. That is the final answer. If you look at question number 25, the final answer is option C, which is $486,000.